basically for the call today, I want to look at the spreadsheet and sort of plan out the round 3 work. And I had that first screen sharing, and we can also review, the round 2 stuff. Jacques, you said that you needed to head out a bit early. How much time do you have?
I wanted to leave here at 6:30. That is in like 20 minutes, and it will take me about 20 minutes to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Get my kids.
Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. So yeah. So let's take a look at this. So for round 2, how is everyone doing? So let's see. So Thomas, you said that you need a few more days for Maven Pro being away for TypeCon.
Yeah, I'm woefully behind schedule, so I have to double back that conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think 3 days is still sufficient?
Objective of Google Land Plus, with the black mailing revised on, yes, that could be. I have.
Okay. And so for the the sort of like the text version that we talked about, you said that maybe you would need additional time for that. How much additional time do you think?
Dave, are you trying to share a screen? Sorry to interrupt, because none of us can see anything.
Oh, really? Oh, let me see. Is it working now?
Nope.
Unless you have a black screen.
Let me stop and start again. Oh, hang on. How about now?
No.
It's a black screen, Dave.
Although it says you are presenting, but.
Whose dog is all that?
Was Alexei?
Sorry? What?
Your dog is.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, Dave.
It just totally died on me. So let me try again.
All right.
Is that better?
Ooh. Oh, for a second there.
Now you can.
Whoa.
Is it working now?
Well, you connected twice.
But can you see my screen?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, there's a feedback loop.
Okay. All right. Well, so this is the round 2 table. I was asking Thomas about Maven. Jacques, how's Nonito doing?
Well, I'm proofing at the moment. I finished all this the characters, and I want to the next step is to do the kerning.
Okay. So do you need a few more extra days?
I think, like I asked a few days ago, I think I'll probably need a Monday and a Tuesday at least to finish the kerning. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If possible.
Sure. So then, Clappy for Rocket, is this timing accurate?
Sorry.
The Rocket Oswald and dancing script. Days.
Dancing script I took today as well. I think I'm going to finish it today. I took a bit long because it's a script typeface and has many moving parts, so it's taking a long time to draw the drawn bits.
Yeah.
But I'm just finishing up with the currencies now, and then I just have to generate all the components, the accented characters. So I think once that's done, it'll be done. In Rocket, I still need to finish Vietnamese. So I think I'm going to also aim at doing that either tomorrow. If I can finish it today, I'll finish it today. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. Otherwise, everything is done. Oswald is done. I need to send a note to Neum to check the Vietnamese for Oswald.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I double-checked with Nyung already with my Vietnamese. Yeah.
Yeah. And Thomas for Maven Pro.
Yeah, so like I was saying, honestly, behind schedule.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to need Honest the whole week next week to get everything up to date.
Okay, I think that sounds good. And then, we can schedule with Nyung in there as well. Okay, all right. Okay, so for Varela, Jack, that was something we worked on at the beginning of the round. So that's ready.
Yeah, that should be ready. I haven't touched it since 9th.
Yeah.
16th of August.
All right. So, because you have to head out in 5 minutes, let's sort of take a look at the round 3 potential families. So some of these were options.
You're still black, huh?
I'm sorry?
You still have a black screen.
Oh. Can anyone else see my screen?
Nope.
Disappeared again.
Black for me.
It was there for a second though.
Okay, I'm gonna click stop again, and it crashed last time I did this, so let me try again. Hello? You can see me?
Yes, I
Not
do.
yet.
Yeah, we can see you. We just when you try to share your screen, we see something black. Is there any chance you chose like a part of the window or something?
No, it's the whole screen. Let me try sharing the Chrome window. Is this better?
Yep.
Ah.
All right. So Mark has moved ahead and cleaned up some of these projects already. Lasse, I know that you synced up with Mark this week. Do you know what the status of these is?
So I can't see you moving, but I think I just switched to. Yeah, I see your cursor in the spreadsheet. I think, as far as I know, Mark made everything, and I'm currently preparing Josephine's. So I think everything should be ready next week.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see. So Thomas is going to be busy that week.
For me, your screen is black again.
Okay. So if you can load up, I think everyone's on the spreadsheet here. So I'm looking at rows 66 to 80.
Yeah.
Moment, please.
And then columns CA onwards, or BZ onwards. So let's see. So Oh, so we've going over the round 2 list. Actually, I think we've missed out Alexi. Sorry, Alexi.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So with your round 2 project, you were working on in Consolata.
That's right. Yeah.
And then this week, you've been working with the Cyrillic team.
That's right. Yeah.
So is there anything more to do with in Consolata?
No, and Consolata is finished.
Yeah. Okay.
But perhaps in Consolata Italic would be a possibility for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Good. So I think for round 3, we would. I think my preference would be to move on, and so not add additional styles to Consolata, but keep that as something in mind for the future.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
How much time do you think you will have available in round 3 while working with your team?
So I need Monday to do setup work and Friday to do QA work.
Every week?
Yeah, every week.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Right. So yeah, so the next set of projects. So Dosis is quite a big family. Cavian is also quite a big family. Indie Flower is one of these handwriting fonts, which is actually, I don't know, that's maybe quite a lot of work to deal with because it's a bit sort of random because it's drawn and scanned and adjusted.
You're talking about which font? Sorry.
Indie Flower.
Indie Flower. Which column?
71, row 71.
Okay. Let me check it. Is this something you want to assign me as a reason?
Well, potentially, yeah. I mean, I think I think that it's actually maybe a bit complicated to work with because it's not like a typical typeface. So drawing additional glyphs that work with the style. I don't know. What would you say? Do you think that this is going to take the same time as a typical resin, or is this going to be quicker or slower?
Usually Indie Flower, that's a font by the handwriting font, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would you like me just to expand it or do some serious reworking with contrast and issues? Like I can take it as an expansion project, like for for 5 days. Just do like expand the glyph set and do some cleanup work, just basic cleanup work. Or without like, is it really popular?
It is, yeah.
I see. So I would say 5 days.
Okay. All right. So Jacques, you've worked on Nonito. Muley is a single style. Oh no, that's not right. It's got a light.
Dave, wait a minute. Could you give me the link to the sheet because somehow it was kicked out of my drive. I can't find it.
Okay, just a sec.
Excuse me for the. My eldest son is going to get my younger children, so I can stay longer.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Mark.
Thanks.
Hey, folks. I just want to let you know I'll have all the links to the repositories online before Monday, so you can all start. You'll get an email and it will be in my group thread. Sorry, I'm in the airport at the moment, so as you can see.
Nice.
So Monday you'll have all the repositories are set. We're just about done with it, I think.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're just sort of talking about you could work on what.
I can listen in for around 20 minutes. If there's any questions that people have in that time, I can answer them, but I've only got 20 minutes, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so Dave, I got the link from you and Kalapi. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So you were talking on Mulai, if I remember well?
Yeah. So that's another of Vernon's fonts. It's got a light, regular, and then matching italics. So as a expansion, how many days do you think that could be?
Well, if I look at it the way I'm looking at it now, it could be like I could use the files I'm using for Nodito and just take off the round parts. So you have a matching family. It's a quick view, but it looks like it's almost based on the same.
It probably is, yeah. I mean, that's how Vernon made a font a week for 2 years.
A font a week. That explains a lot, though, by the way. But,
yes.
It was great. He has made some very interesting stuff, but the drawing, you can see that he had to make it quickly.
Right.
But it could be interesting to merge those two, or just to make Mulai the exact counterpart to Nodito.
Yeah.
Just a thought, but.
Dave, do you have any idea if that was actually the way it worked? I mean,
how do you mean?
Specifically that Muli and Nunito are the same base?
If I have a quick view, yeah, here it looks like it is.
Okay,
I should compare it, but the difference aren't that really.
Make sure it is before you if you follow
you don't want the changes to
realize that it's actually a big change, then again we don't want to change the families too much because people are using.
No, of course you're right. I think we should first compare. But if it would fit, how would you think of combining?
I think that's a great idea. If it is the same, then it's probably a really good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm doing a comparison now.
Then let us make that the first step to compare it. And
so I'm doing a comparison now, and you're right that they are very similar. So they basically have the same metrics. Horizontally and all the same proportions, but some of the strokes are slightly different. For example, the A in Muli is a single story A, and it's a two-story A in Nunito.
Yeah, but I actually made that already.
Contrast is a little bit different. In Nunito, it's a little bit higher, but essentially you're exactly right that these can match.
You could have a look at the last files of Nunito, because I had to change a lot because the drawing, especially the contrast, was not entirely compatible throughout those both masters.
Yeah.
Just maybe you could compare and have a look. I mean, we could also, for example, take the files from Nunito to work on Mulai and change the contrast. Like it is in Mulai, but you have the same basic masters files.
Yeah.
Is that an idea?
So in Nunito, how many styles are there now?
Well, I have two masters. I didn't get to prove the different weights yet, but I got the two extremes, which is a heavy one and an extra light one. And extra light one, I don't know if it can be extrapolated to a thin one. I don't know if I would do that. But the black one, the heavy one, could theoretically be extrapolated to an even heavier one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I could at least make like 5 to 6 intermediate weights.
Yeah.
Including the masters.
Expanding Mooley in that way would be maybe more of the raisin than a cleanup.
Oh, you're talking about cleanup. Oh, that's the.
Well,
I'm mistaken. I was mistaken.
No. I mean, either way. So yeah, I think that how many? Do you think that would be the full 3 weeks? Because it's quite a lot. I mean, you basically would have to draw both the Extreme Masters again, right?
If you mean starting from 0 or starting from the files I have on Nodito?
Well, yeah, I think that you would probably start with the files you have from the Nito and work backwards to make it the same as Mooley is today, as Omid said. Because they are.
That wouldn't take 3 weeks, but.
So maybe 2 weeks.
That wouldn't take 3 weeks, no, because technically you just have to alter the forms, check the kerning, stuff like that. But it doesn't have the Nonito doesn't have an oblique yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a thing that we could try to make an italic to Nodito which fits the one of Mulai. Then you would have like a complete family of of grotesque and a rounded grotesque.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a thought. I mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So if you
I would take into account that maybe there are other fonts that would be fit to be a raisin, and that, for example, with fonts like Railway or the stuff that Thomas did looks a little bit similar to Mulai. So the question would be, would it be effective to invest so much time into it? Cleaning it up is, I don't know, it's different, but to expand, to make it a raisin, I don't know if it's different enough from the font Thomas did. I don't know. Thinking out loud here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think, Thomas?
So can I have a screen share? I'm sorry, I'm actually getting ready for the conference, so I'm kind of running around my part.
That's okay.
But can I have a screen
Jack,
share so I can make a commentary on it? I apologize.
Jack, maybe you share your screen.
One more. Yeah, one more. I think this one. Got it. It's. See my screen now?
Oh, wait. There we go. Wait. Yes.
Okay.
Come on. Okay.
So actually, Mark's just posted the link to his cleaned up version, and that actually already has the extra light and bold masters.
Okay.
So are we?
Well, I think it's you to decide. I mean, if it's different enough and it would make a big family, it's interesting to take the files I'm working on Nodito, compare them, and use them as a base to expand it, to expand Mulai eventually. Otherwise, I don't know if it's much the same as stuff we already pronounce as raisin, and maybe different type families would benefit more to have to be raised to raisin.
And so, is it was it the family that Thomas worked on that you thought was too similar? Was that?
Wasn't that Quicksand?
Quicksand. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you're feeling that Mooney is very similar to Quicksand.
It's as well a geometric sans, and
but the Quicksand's rounded.
Is it?
Yes, Quicksand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh. Right.
So yeah, I don't think we have any worry there. But yeah, I mean, I think that because the actual glyph file does have a full set of weights, I think this is necessarily going to be a raisin, and similarly, dosis and cabin would probably be also raisin candidates because of the number of styles.
Based on the new sources in the files, but if you base them on the available fonts on Google, then it's. I'm just speaking out loud. In the first meeting we had, we spoke on making kind of different samples of different styles and make them to raisin. I just questioning is that if we would make Mulai to a raisin, don't we do repeat stuff we already have? Maybe we should make it I don't know.
Yes. I mean, these ones have been picked.
Want to be able to show at the end, like in October, make a presentation that you, for example, we made several raisins and they cover different styles. I don't know if you should make raisins within the same style. That's, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think that's sort of a fair idea. These, as the sort of most popular families, I think that if they're not going to be raisins, then they should at least be expansions.
Of course.
So
I'm just talking about raisins. Yeah. So
the number of styles involved in these bigger families means it's going to take a little bit of extra time. So for me, if we are only, I mean, this is the thing that we have these new sources already, with a fuller set of weights that was sort of incomplete. So I think
but that's true. You maybe have.
Sorry, go ahead. We lost you, Jack. Jack, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm sorry. You got cut off to me. I couldn't hear what you said at the end.
Now I was telling that even if you have new sources with more weights of available weights, doesn't that mean that the quality of the drawing is good enough?
Right. So you think that maybe sort of restarting the sources based on the existing fonts and just expanding them? Is that what you mean?
That's the question you should. The answer should come from you guys. But there's always I think if you look at the users, they will expect when it's expanding that they'll be able to use the same data. If we are to use new files, design might have changed in between. do we find that a problem or not? And if there have been changes, what changes were they, and what effect will they have? That's
well, yeah. I mean, I think that Vernon was kind of had a bit of a free hand, and so I'm not sure. I don't know how far they diverged, but the idea was to update things in place. So I don't think they would have diverged too much. And I think that it makes I think that the pairing thing is quite a strong story, that even if there is some style overlap, this kind of style of sans serif is infinitely popular, and having a pairing story with Nonito and Muli is good.
I just was talking aloud. I mean, it's your decision, and because you know what kind of implication, and how popular it will be, and how popular it might become due to the story. I was just speaking out loud.
No, I think it's good.
Overlap is not a problem, but it should be calculated.
I agree. Yeah.
So one thing worth looking at, Dave, is the rest of the list. Is there anything else on the list that might be a better reason right now than adding more time to create this combination between Muli and Nonito?
Good question.
Also, Dosis and Cabin, having a large number of styles, I think also are gonna, in terms of sort of just expansions, they're going to require a bit of extra time. And then Able is single style, so that's quite a good candidate for expansion. So
well, just to answer part of Omar's question, is that, for example, when you have a 4, 5, or 6 style family, if you have to work on every style to expand them, you should question if it's more effective to just work on masters, expand them, and make new weights in between.
Sure.
For weight, you'll work like 1 to 2 days. And when you have 4 weights, you already have 8 days. That's almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So the question is it more effective to work like on single files than on family multi-master?
Well, I mean, we have these, these 6 families, and we need to sort of figure out how many days and who is going to work on them, going forwards. So we could select other families, but then there's going to need to be a bit of buffer time for Mark and Martha to queue them up on Monday. So I think Thomas is allocated, Jack's now allocated, Alexi's allocated. So it's really Calapi who we need to sort of figure out what he's going to be working on. So Calapi, do you think that you'll have all of your round 2 stuff finished by Monday?
I think so.
That's the plan, right? So so Josephine Sands, also a big family. So I think maybe for Aref Ruka, that was something we talked about. Just the spacing on the Latin, because it was sort of not it was not done great.
Yeah.
So maybe if you were to take it, how much time do you think it would take to respace Aref?
Well, now that we have the auto spacer, I might try that on it, and then manually tweak things that are that may not look very good. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. How big is it?
You're going to need to coordinate with Khalid a little bit as well. So I
Yeah.
would say maybe that's going to be 3 days.
Yeah, it's a 2-style.
Yeah. So maybe 4 days for that one.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So so Thomas, Jack, Alexei, Clappy are all set for next week. And so yeah, okay. So I think that's good that we've got the time allocated for next week. Jung is working on the Pablo and Polaris fonts for Vietnamese. So yeah, that's good. So so now I think we're good for that time. So for Mark and Larsa for preparing more families, we can sort of pick more. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of options that we could pick. Things from line 118 down is sorted by total font views. Yeah, I guess we should be looking for some of those display families that are maybe single style that we could do an expansion on relatively quickly. Probably this is more handwriting fonts.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, my kids are at home, guys.
That's okay. Okay. Well, so I think maybe I can do a bit more preparation. I'm not sure it makes sense to have all of us on the call, to go over this. I think we've got the expansions week planned out, so yeah, I think that's good. Going over round 2, does anyone have any other questions or comments about the round 2 work?
No, I'm good. I'm personally good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Omar, do you have any comments?
No, it's all good.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So I think we're set for the next week, and so at the end of next week we can do another call, and I'll have a bit more decisions, or prepared to present to you guys for the raises.
Okay. Dave, one question. If I look over the schedule, you gave me able for expansion. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the Google font, there's one weight, or are there more now?
Mark?
Mark just left, guys.
Oh, he's gone.
Mark is gone.
Okay, let me see if on his GitHub it's there. Let's take a look.
Because if it's only one weight, I won't need 3 days.
Okay. There's just a bliss file. Let's take a look. I think there's only one layer. Yeah.
What you could do is that Mark look for another one weight font, and I can try to do them in 3 days, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have anything other than Alexi's on Indie Flower, potentially Alexi, you could spend more time with your Cyrillic team. What do you think?
Well, you don't have to decide now. If you find something eventually, then I might have a day anyway next week over. Just
Okay.
give it a thought.
So,
I mean,
so do you think? So you think Able will be 1 day or 2 days?
yeah, I mean, the normal expansion is like 1 to 2 days. I mean, and does it look like a very? It's very technical. It doesn't look like a very difficult stuff. So I mean, at least 1 day over next week. So if you could shove something in or need a day for extra help to someone anyway, you can schedule it or think about it. Give it a thought.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I think that's good then. So we'll catch up again on Friday.
So now I have to line up the Barbie.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey everyone, have a
Have a nice weekend.
Yes.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.